this particular edition you're playing off gives a tempo indication of Allegro moderato, which is a perfectly fine tempo indication, but I do want to remind you that that's not Bach. This was added. This is Keith Snell, the tempo indication. Bach did not write Allegro moderato on this. Your tempo was fine, but I just want to let you know that's an editor. And now, if this were to be a Baroque dance, this would actually be an allemande, which is characterized by a moderate tempo and a 16th note movement. One of the things I noticed about your performance is that you're detaching pretty much all of the eighth notes, which is fine, but the character of an allemande actually is a little more expressive, and so I think perhaps, especially on the harpsichord, a legato treatment might be a little bit more appropriate where you have stepwise motion. The basic common practice in Baroque music is that it's perfectly acceptable to slur if the notes are moving stepwise or in close movement, perhaps a third. Larger intervals such as octaves, though, are almost always detached. So you notice here we have octaves in the second bar, but perhaps maybe so you could group these young ba da 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 da, and then long. Larger intervals, so we'd lift, then stepwise, maybe here a detach, and then detach because of the octave. You want to try a little bit of that, a little bit more legato? Back to your tempo, whatever your tempo was. So you notice here there's an interval of 4. So lift your hand, but then more legato here. Okay, you want to try it? Good for you, good trill. Keep going. Lift your hand, legato. Now very legato. And then here detach, because it's big intervals, then legato. Good. And if I could just make one suggestion here, there's no reason to make a big lift like that. I would stay closer to the key. In fact, what would be best is just a slight separation there. It's dangerous to make a big hop. Okay, now let's work on our left hand, just for articulation. Yeah, so perhaps, if you can imagine legato all the way to the G, and then simply it's that sticky staccato again. So simply, and you notice I set my hand as if I'm going to play the whole octave, and then simply put a little bit of air between the notes. You can imagine there are these two notes and that you're just letting a little bit of the sunshine peek through between them, but they're not. See, if I played really short, listen to how the harpsichord sounds. It's very accented and choppy. So we actually play a little stickier. Okay, try it again, just your right hand. Good, good. Next one. Now legato, really connect. I know you're not used to it. Yeah, can you do it? Let's see. Really concentrate on playing that legato. Take it right from here. Legato, group, yeah. But then let's separate. So, because you have a bigger skip. Here, separate, and then legato, long line. So you notice, what's that interval here? I mean to put you on the spot. It's a sixth, right? That's a sixth, and that's also a sixth. So when he's doing these bigger intervals, we have a slight lift in the articulation. Take it again from here. Lift. Good for you. Lift. Now long line. Legato. Lift. Legato. And then short on the octave. There you go. See, I think that has a lot more interest in terms of the articulation. between your right hand and left. Take it one more time. Same thing. Now right hand legato. Da, 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 lift, da, da, da. Good. That's it. That's it. One little thing, if I may. Also, on the harpsichord, we don't have the ability to make big crescendos and diminuendos, and so we use time much more in order to make phrases. So. Oh, sorry. So you notice this is a big end of a phrase right here. So there's no reason to be right in time. You could just take really take time to set the phrase apart. Is that a weird spot for you to start? Can you do it? If not, you can work at the top of the page. There you go. Duet. Legato. Good for you. And you know, you might also experiment, perhaps just for fun. I don't know if you would want to do it in concerts or whatnot, but maybe there's a lot of sequencing going on here. Perhaps we could do some ornamentation. Then it starts over again, maybe. Maybe a little bit of ornamentation to make it interesting. So, because it's a good place to ornament is in sequences. Do you know what a sequence is? A sequence is where it's basically the same musical idea that is restated on a different starting pitch in sequence. I'm using the word to define it. But it's basically, tell me your name again. Okay, what if I said, Adam, go to the store? Adam, go to the store. Adam, go to the store. I'm not going to say it the 3 times in a row the same, right? So we don't want to play it the same time, the same way 3 times in a row. And of course, on the piano, we could do with different dynamics. On the harpsichord, it's very nice, perhaps, to do a bit of added ornamentation. Sounds outrageous, huh? All right, very good. Thank you very much.